How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today, I'm going to talk about 10 benefits of not buying stuff. 1. You don't have to spend the time shopping for it. I know when I shop for something new, I always try to compare all the specifications, and it would take me hours, days, weeks in order to find the perfect product so that I can buy it. If you just decide to not buy it, you don't have to do all this research. Second, you don't need a security system. If you don't buy enough stuff, there's nothing to steal. Therefore, you don't have to pay any money for the monthly cost for the security. The things simply just won't get stolen because it doesn't even exist. If a crook comes into your house, they're gonna just see nothing here. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna steal this steak or something. The third thing, you can minimize the insurance on personal possessions. For example, homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance. Usually they ask you to put the value of all your items. So the less value of all the items that you have, the less stuff that could go wrong, that could burn down, the less you have to pay in terms of premiums. The fourth thing is a bit underrated because I know sometimes when I have a favorite item and if I ever lose it, it would cause tremendous heartache for maybe like a month or very much longer. Every single time I remember it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like those sunglasses or something. And then you would feel terrible about it. You as a person feels aches and pain because of the loss. If you do not attach your happiness to a material item, therefore, it cannot be stripped away from you. Instead, what I do for sunglasses these days, I buy very cheap ones, and if I ever lose them, it's just like, it's a lot less heartache, and I just go, I can just replace it for $1 or $2. The fifth benefit of not buying stuff is you do not have to pay for that item itself. Invest it instead, for example, $1,000. If you assume an 8% compounded annual growth rate for 30 years, your $1,000 today is actually 10 times as much 30 years later. This takes into account of inflation, so your money really is 10 times more valuable 30 years later. So next time when you spend $1,000 today, know that you are taking about $10,000 away from your 30-year older self. The sixth thing is that there's no casualty costs. What I mean by this is whenever you buy some item, this is not the only thing that you're going to buy. You're going to end up buying accessories that go around it. Maybe it's a charger, maybe it's a case for it. By the time you're done buying the whole thing, it might add 10 to 20% more cost to the original item. Another casualty cost you might not have considered is whenever you buy a set of something. For example, certain color rug for a certain bathroom, and if you happen to really like it, you're gonna go, wow, I have the other bathrooms that I want to outfit with the same kind of rug. So this is another casualty cost. You're gonna end up having to buy the second set or the third set or the fourth set, depending on how many bathrooms that you'll have. If you stayed with what you have, you're not going to suddenly look at your other bathrooms and go, oh my gosh, it looks so ugly now. I have to upgrade to the latest one I have in my main bathroom. The seventh benefit is that you don't have to lend it out, although lending out might be a good thing because it supports a community, right? But lending things out to a bad actor has its downsides because some people like to lend things and then they return it in a terrible condition. Sometimes people like to borrow things and when they know it's not theirs, they just kind of treat it a lot more rougher than if it's their own. Everyone does this, right? Just for example, if you go rent a car, most people sort of abuse it when they rent a car, right? Everybody seems to have a lead foot with a rental car and they just zoom everywhere. The eighth benefit of not buying stuff is you no longer need to upgrade. If you don't have that thing to begin with, then you're not going to keep on tracking it for the next best thing. If you have, let's say, a certain model of camera, you're probably going to look at the next model that comes out. And then when it does come out, you're going to go, oh, what's so much better about it? Should I upgrade or not? So if you do not have the original to begin with, you're not going to do this comparison. The ninth benefit is when you are done with this item, you no longer need to sell it. Selling things take a significant amount of effort. You guys know I've been selling a lot of my stuff, but I would have to say, with the aggregate amount of time that I had to spend in selling my things, I would say it's comparable to the amount of time I have to do researching all these things. So not only are you spending all this time buying it, you're spending roughly the same amount of time trying to get rid of it as well. So think of the end of lifetime that it requires in order to sort of tie up all these loose ends and really get rid of this item. Finally, the 10th benefit of not buying stuff is less electronic waste, less impact on the environment. It doesn't have to be an electronic product. The less you use, the less materials that you're consuming. If you really think about it, people cannot consume material objects. They can only use it for a short time, and then it just passes on into the landfill. When you consume less stuff, you're using less resources, you're using less fossil fuels. It's better for the environment. Thanks for watching this video. I made this video just for those of you that are just about to buy something, and then maybe you can pull this video up and convince yourself not to buy it. If you guys are interested in supporting this channel, check out my Audible link down in the video description below. You can get a free audiobook and help benefit this channel. And as always, don't forget to give me a like, comment down below, let me know what you think. I also have that "Don't Buy It, You Don't Need It" t-shirt. I'm not wearing it right now, but I'm migrating the purchase website over to Teespring. So you might see it below this video soon, and you can just buy it directly from them. I know, right? It's like a t-shirt, and I'm like, oh, you should buy my t-shirt, but don't buy anything else. Yeah, I get the irony here. And as always, don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.